Hello, and welcome back to Victoria 3. It's been 4 or 5 days since I've played this save, so I am struggling to remember what we had going on. I know we left off by starting a puppet diplomatic play against Zulu here, and we're kind of like taking our anger out on them because Mexico denied us the opportunity to go to war, but they just gave us Texas for free. So while we're waiting on the truce, which I think has 2 or 3 more years left, with Mexico, we're gonna start moving in down here. I'm also doing this to try to get some kind of foothold in Africa because I do not have the luxury that France and the UK do of having colonization speed boosts to offset the malaria penalty here. So most of Africa is effectively off limits for me. I mean, like we are technically doing some stuff here anyway, I believe. Whoa, game is choppy. We're colonizing the. I suppose this is like South Cameroon today, somewhere around there. Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, Sao Tome and Principe, all in this vicinity. The game calls it the Congo. Sure. Yeah, I don't expect that to do a whole lot for us, but we are almost done colonizing the what was the nation of Douala, which is sad, but in the game, good for us. Looks like Peru-Bolivia has formed. In terms of our economy, it looks like we're trying to enact universal suffrage. It's at 0%, so I don't really know why I'm still sitting here. I must have said something along the lines... I remember saying this, I don't remember if it was this for this law, or for this law, excuse me, but it must have been. I think I said I was going to let it tick once at 0 just to see what happens, and then if that... there's a 0% chance of advancing, which is like how you increase the... Yeah. So, we're either going to get an event, or it'll just do nothing. So, probably not happening. And there is a small political movement to preserve census suffrage, so I'm going to go out on a limb and guess this is not happening unless we get like the greatest event of all time here in 27 days. Outside of that, let me see specifically when our truce with Mexico ends. April 1854, so yeah, 2.5 years. We are carpet colonizing a lot of the Pacific. You can see most of that is actually already done. We are in the midst of colonizing Tahiti. It looks like they're like about the only people left down here that have taught the beautiful ways of American democracy. The Galapagos are part of Ecuador, but perhaps one day will be part of the United States. That's weird. Is that supposed to be like a cigarette burn or something in the paper map? That's kind of cool. Because it's like an imperfection, and you can see a few of them a little when you zoom in, but not too closely. We did kind of like accidentally colonize this one little spot on the southern tip of the North Island of New Zealand, where Wellington is. Probably not going to do a whole lot with that, but these will come in handy later when we're trying to reach 100 incorporated states. I feel like I might as well colonize the South Island. I don't really want to colonize New Zealand and Southwest Australia because it just feels weird to have this like split up, but at the same time I need the land, so even if the land is unproductive, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh yeah, Prussia and Russia are at war over, what was this? It was over something dumb, wasn't it? Yeah, Russia is trying to liberate the... Okay, so Prussia must be notorious, yes, because they've been going ham over here sucking up these German miners, so their infamy is quite high. So Russia said, I've had enough of your bullshit, and tried to liberate one of the German miners, but they are getting their ass handed to them. But Germany, or Prussia, excuse me, does not have a counter war goal, which is strange. They don't even have war reps, which I've never seen. I don't know if that's a bug or just like do war reps give you infamy? Maybe. If they do give you infamy, then I think that maybe the AI is just trying to burn infamy as quickly as possible, which I think is smart. If that's the case, then good on the AI. If war reps don't give infamy, I don't know why they wouldn't do that. They probably give like a very small amount, like 5 or 3 or something. In which case, I kind of understand. Building-wise, I don't want to do like a full reset. I want to get the game on pause. You know how I feel about leaving the game paused for you guys. Looks like the only industries, at least urban industries, really struggling right now are arms industries, which includes the munitions plants in my brain. Ammo's dirt cheap. We maybe overbuilt those. There's 5 of them. And then small arms are dirt cheap. Even though we have... Well, no, we haven't expanded our barracks. I mean, we have a little bit, but not as much as we want to be able to because we can't pass the damn professional army law. But let's make sure we're all on skirmish infantry. Looks like almost everyone is. I bet Oklahoma is not. Oh, and Texas, actually. Let's all get on skirmish infantry. And let's all get on mobile artillery. And then we'll, let's build a few more. Texas, Georgia. I want everyone that has a barracks to be at level 5, basically. It's not like we can't afford it right now, and this will kind of boost our arms industry, hopefully. A small amount. What else are we building? We're building motor industries. We're about breaking even on motor industry, so I don't want to expand too much. I might actually bring... Well, we've made so much progress. I'll leave it. But I wish I was only building 1. Just so you know that I wish that. We're building a lot of cotton, I think, just to try to expand the economy in some of our more rural areas. Logging camps, coffee plantations, I believe we're building in Oceania. Yeah, Vanuatu. To try to get some colonial stuff going, and then there's all of our barracks. And we are on iron frame building. Our economy is doing wonderfully, even though we are in debt. $4.5 million, pound dollars. We are dealing with the Ripper. I'm gonna unpause now. We're waiting. We've had like 4 Ripper events. None of them have been helping us find him. I believe the last one we got was like he left a letter or something like that. Okay, public address goes awry. Yeah, we're done with this. We can either lose 15% chance. Yeah, so we're gonna get rid of it, so it doesn't matter. Let's... Well, first of all, I'll let you run on speed 4 while I'm looking at this stuff. We have propertied women. We could go for restricted child labor. I don't dislike that. We have public schools, so I actually think those go well together, because then we could increase our education institution. We just got reinforced concrete, which will give us construction sector throughput. A bunch of Scottish people are moving to West Virginia. Beautiful, beautiful. I will unpause as soon as I choose a new research. Steel. How's our steel doing? Also, I didn't look at our rural buildings. I just want to do a quick rundown. Whaling stations. Yeah, we overbuilt those to try to finish a journal entry, and that wound up not working out. I might have to contract that, but they're doing okay. Maybe they're not at 0 productivity. What were we supposed to look at here? Steel. Steel's doing great. What is our demand like? Steel's overpriced, and by that I mean like above average. We are a little low, so we could top off the open hearth process, but also it's automatically researching. Yeah, you can see we'll finish that without touching it in like 5 months. So rubber, we could get a head start on that. We could get a head start on electricity, but those also aren't super necessary at the moment. Steel railway cars would allow us to produce more infrastructure. I don't think that's super important right now either. I'm probably putting a little too much thought into this. This kind of like everything is good. We could get repeating rifles for our arms industry, but our small arms are already too cheap, and this would just give us an even bigger surplus of that. So I don't really want to do that. Artillery, on the other hand, what's our artillery price looking like? It's cheaper than average, so yeah, let's not do that. We're working on quinine. I never know if it's quinine, quinine. I'm sure there's lots of different ways to pronounce it, but I'm going to say ene, because, you know, it's like an amine group. I do have a degree in biochemistry, so you would think I would know how to pronounce this word, but I don't. I think I mean, 10% prestige is great, but also it just feels like superfluous. I think minting an interest rate is really good. Why don't we go ahead and do that? And again, it's not really... Ooh, why did our money just jump way up? Did you... You ticked up. I must be building something you like. I can't remember exactly what our economic system is. Let's go ahead and unpause. And I don't think any of our expenses really changed. So yeah, it must be... Our money went up, like, substantially. It went up like 15k, even though we're spending more on military buildings than we were. Okay, now it's jump back down. Yeah, it must be the investment pool. The investment pool kind of jumps all over the place, depending on your laws. And we have... I think this is the one that dictates it. Yeah, we have interventionism, which allows aristocrats, not the aristocrats, the aristocrats to slightly invest in the investment pool and capitalists to moderately invest. And then we can use the investment pool on agriculture, plantations, ranches, manufacturing industry, mines, forestries, rubber plantations, whaling fisheries, oil extractions, and infrastructure. We must have... Yeah, we're building cotton plantations, which fits under that. But once we switch back... Oh, actually, all of these are going to fit under that. But once we switch to, like, ports or infrastructure, so that'll count. Barracks will not count. And then any, like, urban industrial setup is not going to count. War with Zulu has broken out. I was not paying attention to this at all. I completely forgot about it. Holy shit, thank God another major power didn't join in. I would have had to reload a save. In the meantime, we are going to be wasting a little bit of money because we, our military is not mobilized. I completely forgot about this, even though it was like what I opened the video with. So what kind of military strength are we rocking with here? You have... Is that between all three of you? No, this is between all three of you. 25. So let's mobilize... I don't like the way y'all are distributed. I would rather have one of you that has, like, 25 to 30. But we should... Let me look at what kind of stuff that... Well, they have a shortage of something. They have a shortage of artillery, so that's going to affect them. And they're using irregular infantry and cannon artillery. So we should beat them even with a equally sized / smaller army, depending on how the AI combines their stuff. Who are they allied with, by the way? Like Orange and Transvaal, I assume? They kind of like come in a trio a lot of the times. So let's go ahead and mobilize you and Old Hickory here. Wait, is Zachary Taylor Old Hickory? Or is that William Henry Harrison? Now I can't remember. William Henry Harrison's Tippecanoe. I think Old Hickory is Zachary Taylor, right? Yeah, because he's the guy who attacked New Orleans in the War of 1812? No, he's way too young for that. Right? No, yeah, he would have been like in his 30s. Actually, not even, he would have been like late 20s. But it was in 1814, 1815, because it was like the end of the war. The war had actually technically already ended, and he did it anyway. I can't remember if I don't think he knew the war ended, or he had, whatever. It doesn't matter. This is not a history lesson. Anyway, yeah, he's old as hell. In fact, he was the 12th president. So yeah, he was certainly, in real life, already done with his presidency and dead, I think, by 1852. So yeah, I think he's Old Hickory. We're gonna send Old Hickory down to Zulu, unpausing, and we're gonna have to grab Isaac Hull. I have not looked at my navy at all, by the way, so thank God we have at least something of a navy to be able to support this naval invasion we're about to do. We were on Man of War. Okay, kind of all the basic stuff. We could at least switch to Power of the Purse, though. Low market access in lots of states, but almost all of these are colonies. So I believe that was something we started in the last video, but like maybe didn't finish. I just wanted to get like where are you? You're somewhere around here. Port. Like at least a level 1 in like all of our colonies here. American South Cameroon. So you have one queued. West Micronesia, East Micronesia, Solomon Islands, Nauru, Fiji. Togo has one queued, Vanuatu, Kanak, Tahiti, Tonga, North Island, Bougainville. Alright, I think that's everything. We have the Socialist Party of America has formed. I assume that's the... Ooh. Whoa! I was expecting them to be very minor. Clocking in with 5 million votes right out the gate. That's shocking. That is downright shocking to me. Our government is currently comprised of the Democratic Party and the Independent Intelligentsia and Rural Folk. It wouldn't surprise me if, like, the Intelligentsia tries to join the Socialist Party, and maybe someone, like, another, like, one of these two or this one, just, like, out of pure convenience, not because they necessarily agree with the trade unions. Intelligentsia tend to mostly line up with the trade unions, at least at this stage of the game. Later on, they might be... The trade unions tend to be a little more radical than the Intelligentsia. We have, I believe, literally one province left in Alberta, and we're going to beat Canada to it. Get fucked. And by Canada, I mean the Hudson Bay Company. I suppose... Can we start working on... Oh, wait, what is that? I probably should have looked at this. I can't believe it took me until now to look at this. This is how we get the claims! I remember when we tried to start the war, and I couldn't find the return state stuff, which I saw people complaining about online. Adds Manifest Destiny Mexican Cession to the Journal of the United States. Adds Manifest Destiny Frontier War to the Journal of the United States. Will result in a diplomatic incident with Mexico, giving 24 infamy. Southern planters gain approval. Intelligentsia lose approval. Rare Southern planters dub coming in here. And I want to make it clear, not really. Also, I want to stop saying I want to make it clear. When I've been watching back these episodes, just to make sure everything's hunky-dory with them, I feel like I say, let me be clear, I want to make it clear 12 times an episode. It's really annoying. I apologize. Yeah. Okay. The only thing I want to check first, we have 2.6, so this actually will put us over 25. It doesn't really matter. I think it would be totally fine to do it. I'm going to wait like 5 months, or whatever it takes for this to tick down below 1, because that's going to give us 24 infamy, and I don't want to go over 25. We're losing 0.1 a week, so that'll take 16 weeks. 4 months. You guys are... I'm being very lazy about this. I apologize. It's a good thing we're, like, not really in, like, a pressing war. Why can only you go? Why can't Zachary Taylor go? Wait, you're the one that's not mobilized. What the hell? Oh, wait, I only mobilized... Hold on. Did that say Schubrick or Scott? Yeah, why is Winfield Scott, who's not mobilized, the only option here? And he's in the Great Plains. He's not even on the coast. William Schubrick's in the south, and Zachary Taylor's in the Midwest. Okay, well, I don't really think it matters, so that's kind of annoying. Is it because you're stationed in New England? You're obviously not stationed in the Great Plains. There's no coast there. Alright, Winfeld. You are patrolling the coast of Dixie. Is it possible that you could do it as well? With I don't know. You only have 5 flotillas. That might, like, affect our stats at the landing. But with both of them landing at the same time, hopefully, even though I believe it'll be 2 separate battles, I think surely at least one, probably both of them will win. We have a lot of isolated state regions again. These are all going to be solved by adding our ports to our colonies. We have some unproductive trade routes. Lead, I'm going to at least cancel that. Opium, I mean, it's like basically breaking even. I'm going to let it sort itself out. Sugar is... Bro, that's not... I want to see the price of sugar in my market. Is that so hard? There it is. It's really cheap. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and cancel that. Actually, that might have been an export. I wasn't even paying attention. I just assume everything's an import because I rarely set up exports because I'm dumb. Igbo. Who is colonizing here? Denmark. You little shit. Are we colonizing... I think we're... Are we done down here? Just about. Well, I say just about. I don't know. There's so many islands. The provinces are impossible to delineate here. I believe we are officially done in Alberta, though. Beautiful. Let me also look at incorporating states here. Oh wait, no, we did. We went through this, and I never looked it up because I'm dumb. I assume we're probably maybe Manifest Destiny will. Speaking of which, 5 more weeks. Maybe that will give us some rewrite some Homeland stuff here. Because otherwise, I just should start on it now. It's going to take 20 years, no matter what, presumably. Some people want to enact cultural exclusion. I'm going to tell you right now, that's not going to happen. We have 2 battles. Oh, we are crushing. I have not been... Yeah, look at this. We're outnumbered 10 battalions to 2. And we're crushing them. And then over here, we outnumber them, and we're crushing them. Yep, that's going to be... Well... Oh, that's a front where we... I suppose this is the front... oh, we have a Tahiti uprising. That is poor timing. But actually, like, I don't think you have, like, any troops, so does it really matter? Because I forgot we didn't actually get to go to war with Mexico, so I never really got to show off the military system. And this is kind of a poor example of it, because it's already fractured into so many wars, or fronts. But we have 2 armies here. They're moving simultaneously. You are the Winfield Scott army. I don't know where... You are advancing at Zululand front. Are you sure about that? Oh wait, that is you. Yeah, you haven't landed yet, apparently. You are fighting... Okay, oh, so this battle, I think, is the other army we have. Alright, so now Schubeck, or no, Winfield Scott, excuse me, is fighting these 6 right here. Zulu has 9 battalions there. They're pushing us back. This is kind of... The naval invasions can be kind of finicky. Usually, once you establish a beachhead, if you have a larger army, you're fine. But because these fronts shattered into, like, 5 different fronts, they were able to push despite being severely outgunned. So, like... Yeah, see, you're going back home. So, unless... Maybe if we win this war, we'll still have a front here. Or this battle, but I don't even know if that's going to happen. Because they outnumber us so much. We might run out of troops even though we're winning. And by winning, I mean we're killing more of them and wounding more of them than they are of us. There's so many of them that I don't think it's really going to matter. So... Not a super great start here. Yeah. Okay. I'm still confused about why I have to use Winfield Scott. Let's, Oh, okay, we built all of our ports already. So we should have quite a few battalions in reserve. And some of you are in Dixie. Some of you are in the Midwest. So I can promote you. I definitely thought Zachary Taylor was in the Midwest, but he's in the Great Plains. How could I be so stupid? We're just gonna leave, oh wait, no. Apparently, even though it's Dixie, traveling to New England. I had no problem with this with Brazil, but it also let me choose whatever army I wanted. I had all my armies mobilized. And I was... Why can I only use Winfield Scott? I'm so confused. Do you guys have, like, traits that prevent you from... No, you actually have a bonus to naval commanding. I want to use the other guys. They have bigger armies. It must be, like, tied to the Navy in some way. Because you can use William Schubrick. I'm just going to do both at the same time again. And, I mean, we still have way more war support than they do. Because they're the ones actually being affected by the devastation and the attrition and stuff. We have a new government, kind of. it would probably tank our legitimacy too hard to exclude the Democrats. Yeah. And I can't add the trade unions and leave everything the way it is because the evangelicals are unhappy with me, so I can't reform my government and keep the Democrats in. So I just kind of have to leave it the way it is. Even though actually our legitimacy is only 52%. We could possibly get away with... Excuse me, hold on. I'm just checking to see how long this episode's going. 26 minutes. We could... And we drop the rural folk, maybe? No. Again, I said this a couple of episodes ago. Ignoring the election results just feels wrong as the U.S. Opium is expensive. I don't think that's ever not going to be expensive. Okay. Zachary Taylor, why don't you make yourself useful, since you can't participate, and come down here. It's going to take you a while to get here. Go crush the Tahitian revolt, or the Micronesian revolt. Isn't Tahiti down here in real life? Part of French Polynesia? A lot of Yoruba people are moving to Oklahoma. Cornelius Vanderbilt has died. Rest in piss. We have a devout scandal. It's been revealed that Zachary Taylor of the Evangelicals was having a secret affair with a member of the clergy. His resignation is being demanded. Well, first of all, I'm going to take a screenshot of this, because that's quite funny. And, I mean, he's with the Evangelicals, so I'm gonna force him to step down. I don't care. Now we are gonna have to like hire a new general to manage his troops in the Midwest, and we will hire Eugene Thompson, a mountain combat expert, an offensive planner, and a popular commander who is ambitious. Wonderful. And we will immediately mobilize you, the same as we were doing with Zachary Taylor, and have you work your way down here. How are these going? 25 days away. We should probably queue some more construction, because I'm going to forget about this, and we're going to run out of stuff. Or not run out of stuff, we're just going to be wasting construction points. So T... luxury clothing, regular clothing. Alright, so let's start with textiles. Where are we currently creating our textiles? In Massachusetts? I'm fine with concentrating it there for now. Steel has gone up in price considerably. Or... yeah, wasn't it cheap? Maybe I looked at iron on accident. I tend to do that, because a steel bar and an iron bar in this screen kind of look similar. War with Tahiti has broken out. Alright. Queening has been unlocked. And... how's the hearth process? Oh, we actually got that. Okay. So we can swap over our current steel mills to open hearth process, which will consume more iron, which is fine, because that, if anything, just lets us produce more iron and make more money from it. And iron is a wee bit expensive, but we technically are, like, just breaking even. I might do just, like, ever so slightly more. Might throw, like, one more in West Virginia somewhere. We'll come back to that momentarily. Alright. Over here. Yeah, so we have both of our armies on this front. I'm gonna slow things down a little bit. I want to make sure that they stay on one front, because that hopefully will make it so we don't get pushed back to the sea. It's just like if the fronts start to shatter, they can easily get like encircled in a pocket, just because the enemy, because they have 3 independent armies, will be pushing. Like, see, look, it's already happening. I want you. Yeah, you'll get there in 1 day. Alright, this should be fine. Just because I wasn't here last time to manage this, they would have, they were able to push these other fronts and push us back, as you saw. But now we should be good to go. I'm going to go back up to speed 4. This should be a very easy war if we can just keep our troops here. You can see here where 300 of them have died in this battle. 13 of us have died. We're rocking just so much more advanced troops. We've got skirmish infantry, which is 2 levels above their irregular infantry. We have mobile artillery, which is a level above. We have first aid, which is a level above. You know, they basically just rounded up the local people to defend themselves, which is, you know, what you got to do, and is sad. Okay, hold on. It's happened again. Yeah, you got to babysit these fronts sometimes. It's very frustrating. You are currently in a battle. You're not currently in a battle, so... No. I thought the game just crashed. The sound cut out and the game froze for a second. It did crash. It did. Oh my god. Alright, well, it was perfect timing. We're at 31 minutes. That's the first crash I've had since launch day. That's kind of crazy. I don't know if it was because we were like... Oh, I know exactly what it was. That's the second time this crash has happened to me, and the first time was on launch day. It's when you... Sometimes when you click on generals from that little front expanded pop-up, I don't even know how else to describe it. I like when you hover over the number of battalions you have on a front, and then it expands to show the battalions from each army that you have on the front, and you click on the general, which is what I did to select that general to move them to another front, and it crashes the game. I believe that was listed as a known bug shortly after launch by the devs, and I completely forgot about it and just triggered a crash. So that's unfortunate, but thankfully the game autosaves every month, so we're not really going to lose any progress. And this is a perfect place for us to stop. So thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for some of the wonky stuff. We shouldn't have lost the first assault. That was my bad. But we were well on our way to victory there at the end, and we'll hopefully wrap that up in the next episode and swing things back around towards Mexico and maybe just kind of ping pong back and forth between Western North America and South Africa for the next couple of episodes. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.